Back at it, can men and women just be friends? Let's see.
So you're saying you care more about
Spectrum?
money than a relationship?
Are they all on the spectrum?
If she was a homie. But if she stole my money, yeah, that affects my life.
Yeah, he's like, yo, the bag is more important than the bitch. I mean, it is true. Where do... wasn't
Men and women cannot just be friends. 3, 2,
Wait, she was on Fresh and Fit. Behind her red.
2, 1.
She was on Fresh and Fit. So how did she end up here? Her and her was on Fresh and Fit. Mostly her.
Cannot just be friends.
He's still deciding, but I'll go ahead. There's always this underlying current to a man and a woman when they're just friends, because there's this sexual attraction, this
Yeah, I don't like these suggestive hand movements that she's doing.
energy that you can't even see it. It's always flowing.
Just say there's sexual tension there. There's a possibility of sexual tension to be arised.
And men, as you know, you guys are conquerors. You want a conquest.
Yo, this nigga's like, what the fuck is she talking about?
You want to, even if it's a friend.
He's like, yo, am I a conqueror for real? Well, I ain't really conquered shit, but okay.
Sometimes that develops.
Yeah, he looks like a killer. Yo. This is Jeffrey Dahmer 2.0. Back up, Ted Bundy.
Develops into more simply because law of familiarity, you start getting close and comfortable, and maybe you weren't attracted to her initially, but that opposition of that sexual.
Yeah, that's never gonna occur. It doesn't matter how long I spend with her. You're ugly from the beginning, you're ugly to the end. What the fuck is she talking about?
Sexual polarity always kicks in.
What if the man is like not attracted to women, just like generally? Do you think that's still?
I don't even believe in that. That's cap. I don't believe in that.
Oh. You mean if they take a different
like a gay man and
sexual orientation?
Yeah, I don't believe in that either.
And a woman being friends.
Well, I think that's different, perhaps because they're attracted to men. So in that moment, they have taken on the feminine energy.
So they only want to conquer the men, not the women.
Well, in
I mean, don't you want to say they want to get conquered? Oh God.
That there's always masculine and feminine energy, whether you're a man or woman. So if the guy's,
true.
If the man,
that's why you gotta be yin and yang, balance the two.
Is gay and identifies as being attracted to men, then he's in the feminine energy, mostly. Now, if there's two of them, there's one that's more masculine and more feminine, but that's for another.
2 of my best friends are women. We have great times together all the time. Not
nigga, they're never in their life gonna fuck you. They look at you like, nigga.
once have I considered.
If I said that, they'd be like, yeah, we can see something happen.
Sleeping with them or anything.
He says it, yeah, nah.
Anything like that.
Ever?
No. But that's the thing is though.
In
that's
their
why,
darkest hour, in your darkest hour, come on.
Damn, that's crazy. That's kind of disrespectful.
No.
Because you started off.
Because we started off as friends, and this is like I said, I was never attracted to them.
A lot of relationships start like that today, even though I discourage it. They say, I'm not attracted to them, but it'll grow. And I'm always like,
Yeah, nah.
It can happen.
It can, but
But the odds of it, so I agree with you on that as well.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I do
Slim to
understand
none.
and I get it, but
Like, are they ugly or are they attractive?
like 2 of my best friends are women, and not once. Everyone keeps saying like, oh, you're gonna do, and I'm like, it's not, because
You never know. Life is a long time.
Yeah, they're probably ugly as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're probably ugly.
Are your friends attractive?
Yes.
Like they look good.
But attractive.
Nah. I'm talking about attractive. Like she's like an 8 or a 9. Nah. I'm not talking about what you believe is to be attractive. What is attractive? Nah. Is she an 8 or a 9?
It's subjective.
But like just like generally speaking, like your girls
Does she look like her?
like look good, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you was just lonely, like it's been a moment, you didn't want to beat it, you know what I mean? Or like, you know.
There's a special exemption. I'm non-monogamous, so I never have to worry about intimacy.
Well, that's why.
I mean, that makes sense.
So you getting played. So you ain't worried about your man.
He's like getting
Okay, that makes sense. What the fuck?
it, so he doesn't need
You should have said that from the get-go.
it. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you was lonely, you wasn't getting it though, and your friend was throwing it
And
at
I
you
guess
you.
that's
yourself at
that's
you?
a difference.
Maybe, yeah, in that situation, then yes. Besides that, absolutely not. Stay away from me, heathen.
That's what I'm saying. I know I'm
Bro,
an
you belong
outlier.
over here
Come
No.
to the dark side.
If he's not attracted, if we're not attracted,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just
like,
friends.
it's just friends. Yeah.
As a straight, very monogamous man, I grew up mainly being friends with women. I felt more comfortable in those spaces. I felt more comfortable talking to women.
Yeah, but back up Ted Bundy. Yo, this man look like Ted Bundy 2.0. Nigga, hide your hoe.
I've never been like a bro, rah, 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 that type of thing.
Bro, I never hang out with niggas a day in my life. Only time I hang with the homies was like middle school. Besides that, I don't hang out with no grown-ass man. I have no reason to. I have no purpose to. Unless we're going to get bitches or money, I have no reason to hang out with this grown-ass man for. I don't care.
The thing. So I think men and women absolutely can be. I have friends that I've had since elementary school, middle school. We talk very often and we talk about all these things, and it has never affected that aspect of the relationship because we're men and women. We're just people, and people can be friends. It's not.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
So my perspective is from kind of a Christian worldview.
Yes.
I believe that God created man and woman to come together in love and attraction, to be one. And so from that standpoint, I believe that there is just a natural attraction. I have had some.
Natural attraction is crazy, nigga. She could be attracted to you and you're not attracted to her. So, I mean, if you talking about that aspect, sure, there's a natural attraction. But at a certain point, I'm like, back up, heathen.
Extremely close friends that were girls, and that attraction just developed because it wasn't just physical, but it was love. It was getting to see how they were around their family, around kids, what they do for work.
The fuck is he talking about?
What they do for school, developing that relationship. So from my perspective,
Wait, run that back. I wasn't paying attention to the bullshit.
I have had some extremely close friends that were girls, and that attraction just developed because it wasn't just physical, but it was love. It was getting to see how they were around their family, around kids, what they do for work, what they do for school, developing that relationship.
If they were ugly, would he even find them attractive in the first place?
So from my perspective, that attraction develops because I wasn't just looking at her from just, she's just a body. Yeah, she's just a piece of meat.
Yeah.
You develop
So she's a person, okay.
that emotional attraction, that emotional relationship.
Which is why I'm over here. Yes, joining this dark
Can you not?
side.
I would ask.
Because I completely agree with you on that. From
Can
the
you
same
love?
Christian standpoint, 100%.
Wait, hold up. Have you been heard of Nero and his launch regular melatonin, sleep, and 5 milligrams of melatonin gum and so much to Nero.
I do not find physically.
And now let's get back to it.
I would date someone I do not find physically attractive.
Oh.
Hell no.
3, 2, 1.
Ah, man.
Wait. Huh? But he has 2 female. I don't. What?
Like, you want to say something
He doesn't make. What the fuck, huh?
first?
I do it all the time because there's a.
So what about your female friends then? If he does it all the time, what about your female friends?
There's a lot you don't, just from the physicalness, it's like sometimes
Yeah, they will never do it with him. That's the thing.
there's some people that I learned just by not going in based off physical attraction I end up being attracted to them just because of their personality and,
Nah, he just trying to fuck anything at that point. Nah, he's fucking anything.
looks can be deceiving. I could say the same on the opposite end where I thought someone was absolutely attractive, but then I got to know them and they were the worst person I could have possibly been on a date with.
I feel like you can definitely not be attracted to somebody initially, and then as you get
Yeah.
I feel like at
That's crazy.
that point, like once I like someone's personality romantically, I probably also think they're attractive.
I would say that for some, it's not a.
Yo, what's up with these wishy-washy ass people, nigga? Either you're on one side or you're not. Make your mind up.
Reflection on your character, how weighted appearance versus personality might be. It differs from person to person. I think that we have our preferences, and I think that a certain element of physical attractiveness is fitness, health, hygiene, and that reflects on usually competence, responsibility, and dedication. But I do see it as important, although not
So I heard they're fresh and fit.
the whole package by any means.
Right. It's the very first impression you get of most people.
Yes.
Because you meet someone and you can't hear their voice first thing most of the time, you just see them. And you're like, oh, that person's attractive, or like, I don't see myself with that person because I don't find
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
them attractive. And that's totally fine. Not everybody's attracted to everybody. But me personally, I would not be with someone I don't find attractive.
So I gotta give context here, right? If I'm meeting you in person and you don't look good, then I'm over there with y'all. But if I'm meeting you through a dating app and I get catfished, but you're kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
then, cause I met a girl that had nice pictures. But then when I seen her in person, she was a little bit bigger than I prefer, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Okay, stop pandering to these hoes, nigga. Ain't none of these chicks is built like that.
Everyone can have nice pictures today.
Yeah. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a bit bigger, but for preference sake, I wasn't really feeling it. But her personality is what got me. And then I started entertaining it. So, right, even though I got catfished, I actually considered, taking her seriously.
And I also did.
Taking her seriously is crazy.
Like, sometimes I really try this because it's led to some great people I've got to meet along the way. I will date outside of my preferences just to see what that's like.
If you're not initially attracted to that person and have a strong sexual attraction, then it's not going to work because we know
I'm on her side. The red dress, I'm on her side.
that relationships get worse, not better. That's like, I don't know, I think it's a
She's like, yo, I'm a scientist when it comes to this sex thing, relationship thing.
recipe for a disaster.
Cheating is the worst thing my partner could do to me.
Yeah, that's haram.
3, 2, 1.
Not vice versa. You have to, she can never. First of all the women, that's crazy. You're a black man. That's wild as fuck. And I'm surprised not all the women are over here with her.
I feel like there's like probably worse things like in theory that a partner could do to their partner, but just because that's such an important aspect.
Where the fuck is she from? Boston, nigga? She said, I put up your partner do this and that. What the fuck? Calm down.
Like for me, and like I feel like my partners in the past have like been very aware that that was
She got a lisp, or either she got a lisp or she's from Boston.
like something that I actively would not do. I feel like that would just make that adds like an extra element of evil.
Yeah, my mind goes to marriage. I mean, when you marry
Oh my god, these fucking losers.
this woman, when I marry a woman someday, you promise literally everything you have to be with her, literally.
Yeah, I don't promise nothing.
Thick and thin, to be with her through everything, through highs and lows.
Nigga, those are vows, not promises.
And I mean, if you do something like cheating, it's basically like, screw this love, this wasn't real. These promises that I made between us and God mean nothing. I think for a lot of Christians, that's like a big thing, is cheating. I mean,
100%. And it's one of the 10 commandments too. It's like, do not commit adultery.
Yeah.
So that is definitely the worst thing, because getting married is a promise between you and that person and God.
I mean, technically there's worse things, like they could kill you, which would probably be the worst thing, because then like you're not even in the picture.
True.
So I'm kind of
Come to the dark side.
like, but I would say that would like destroy me, and I would never even think about something like that.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I was actually cheated on a few, like 4 or 5 months ago. I struggled with
That bitch is a whore.
self-esteem so much growing up.
Huh?
And that was the worst thing that could have happened. That destroyed any chance I had at self-love at that time. And it was just devastating for me. Like, it really was just devastating, because it didn't just destroy that relationship, it destroyed my entire image of myself that I had built up based on other people's validation, and I had to rip it down to the studs and just fully start over. Yeah, so that's why I'm over here. Strongly agree. For me personally, it was the worst thing that could have happened.
It's cause what the fuck?
Cheating is
Nah, wait, what? Turn that shit back. He's just a low self-esteem individual. Fuck what he's talking about. What the fuck, nigga? That bitch is a whore. First in my mind goes to whore, heathen, scallywag. What are we talking about? He gotta change his mindset.
Strongly agree. For me personally, it was the worst thing that could have happened.
cheating is up. It's not a good feeling. Is it the worst thing that a partner could do to me? To be honest, I've outgrown that. Bro, I had over $250,000 stolen from me this year, bro.
God damn, nigga, $250,000 stolen from you, nigga. Huh? I mean, that is worse than cheating, bitch. You took my bread.
Bro. And that put me in a dark ass place. Now imagine if my partner stole that money from me, or
Oh God, Jesus Christ.
she was just a homie. I'd be more mad about the money. You feel me, right?
I don't have that money to be stolen.
So you're
You a brokey. That's crazy. I can't imagine being a brokey. It's crazy, nigga. I can't even fathom somebody stealing $250,000 from me. nigga, the police will be on your ass, nigga. I don't give a damn. $250,000, I wish a nigga would. That would never happen. I can't fathom it. I literally can't.
So you're saying you care more about money than a relationship?
Yes.
Because at the end of
The bag is more important.
the day, me and my ex, we ain't together no more, so I don't give a fuck if she was fucking a homie. If she was, right?
Fucking the homies crazy. That's why I have no friends.
But if she stole my money, yeah, that affects my life. You know what I mean, right? So my whole thing is, when we talking about the prom, is cheating the worst thing that the partner could do?
Yeah.
I've been cheated on before. The first time I was cheated on, bro, I was petty. I was in high school, bro. I drove all the way to the crib and told her mom what she was doing with me.
Oh yeah, he a real nigga. Yeah, that's a real nigga right here. Yeah. Let her mom know that she's a whore.
You know what I mean?
You raised a whore.
Right? Yeah, I was vengeful. But now I just be like, you know, so many people do it. There's worse things that they have. Like, if you kill my mom, I'll be more mad rather than you fucking a homie.
The sanctity of marriage is supposed to be till death do us part. That doesn't mean if your carnal flesh gave in and you had, you know, an indiscretion that you're able to hit the door running. No, that means there's work to be done. We have problems. For me, I think it actually can be the best thing because it's a sign that there is a huge problem in the relationship that needs fixed. Most sex is not emotional. So it's just a bodily act that animals do, and you're going to blow up a marriage or a relationship with children over
Yeah, she one of these spiritual hoes.
sex. To me, I think that is ridiculous.
But
and
sex-
shows-
You could say that about the person doing the cheating too.
I've been cheated on, so I have been cheated on.
Well, so you think that's
He ain't tell you the truth. That's the problem.
something you could like, oh, you have gotten over it?
I have gotten over it. If my husband cheats on me, of course I'd be devastated. I'm human, I bleed just like all y'all too, but I'd be like, damn, like, what's the problem here? What's the issue?
See, but that's-
and can we
Why don't
solve
you just,
this?
Why don't you just talk? Like,
Well,
if you guys are
yeah.
married and you have that emotional
I feel like there's like
relationship,
there's things before that.
happen though. We know that people don't.
I think we should work to changing that.
We should,
Instead
but
of
that doesn't mean
accepting-
I'm going to
Are
unconditionally
they both from Boston? What's going on here? Like, where the fuck is she from?
love you just because you went and had an indiscretion. I wouldn't do that to my son. My son F's up all the time and does crazy shit. I'm like, where on God's green earth did you learn that? That doesn't mean I stopped loving him.
I mean, come on.
For men, I feel like we take cheating a lot more personally
We
as
do.
opposed to women. It
I
comes
think
with to the ego.
People's boundaries are
No, nigga, it's called promiscuity is the reason.
all different. So if you have perhaps been with no or less partners and then you get married, to learn that that person cheated would be proportionally much more devastating to someone who's had maybe a lot of relationship experience and therefore that's more of an active part in their life. So I think that everyone's boundaries are different. So for some people, I have seen them get over it. I know for me personally, I would say that I'm a woman that would take that devastatingly seriously and would not look lightly at it. So it depends on the person's boundaries.
If you had children and if you had a family involved, you would break up your family over a man's one-time indiscretion.
Yes.
That would adversely
She's retarded. What the fuck? Why would you do that?
affect your child and possibly send her to the stripper pole.
I don't
Yeah. She's retarded.
feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable answering that question because I feel like it's making a lot of.
That, yeah,
But
that
this
feels
is
like
what
an
happens.
escalation.
This
a
is
little
But
bit.
what
I
happens.
feel like that
We don't
that
want to
just
answer
shows
those
Merch.
questions, but
that shows
I
an
would say
example
yes.
onto the kids, like, oh, this is not that bad of a thing.
Yeah. And I think that like somebody cheating on you is more than just like a physical thing. Like that's a break of trust. And I feel like
Well,
if
yeah.
you can't have that trust in someone, then I also don't want them to be like raising my kids with me.
Yeah.
so we're all
Nigga, what?
saying that love is
Said my kids is crazy.
conditional is the end of
Yeah,
Yes,
oh, 100% agree with that.
Monogamy is overrated.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
monogamy is overrated. Sorry.
Of course. Come on, man, get over here, get your phone over here. You know you belong here. At least
I know. We're like,
think about it.
We're like in a second.
Think about it.
We're taught from the Disney, all these fairy tales. It's like you're supposed to be with that one and only. So it's very
I agree with him.
frightening to break something traditional, but after like a few months with it, I just knew I'm like, this is the right choice. I've been in the most happiest of relationships. I just celebrated my 3 years with my primary partner, as well as my 2-year anniversary with my secondary partner. But it's like, I do think
I give him props.
that monogamy is kind of overrated. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. If that's what you want to do, go for it. But I do think that non-monogamy and poly relationships should be something that like, it's looked at as an option.
I think nowadays I know more open relationships than I do strictly closed relationships with the people that I know. I would say I disagree that monogamy is overrated, but I do agree that for some people like yourself, poly relationships work better. So I don't look down upon them. I think whatever works for you works for you.
Yes.
But I can still say that for like someone like myself, or people that are similarly just very focused and have like strict
validation,
kind of like I just can't ever. Oh my God, I could never imagine more than like one person.
It's a lot. It takes a lot.
So therefore, I don't think monogamy is overrated. I think it depends on the person, and I think for me, it's definitely not over. It's the only option. For you, poly is like the right way. So it just depends. I'm completely non-judgmental. I think it just depends.
I just want to say, I don't mind monogamy, right? I just don't like a controlling relationship where it's completely like, no, you can't f nobody else, but at the same time, you want to f me once or twice a month. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, what he's saying makes sense.
Exactly.
So, you know, me and my
Once or twice a month is crazy, nigga.
ex was together for 5 years. I actually broke up with her in April, but for 2.5 years out that relationship, we was barely f***ing. We're like,
Oh yeah, it's hurtful.
maybe once a month.
Yeah.
Then I moved her in the crib, and then when I
Oh nigga, you should have left her from the get-go.
moved her in the house, for the whole first year of her living in the house, she just didn't want to have sex.
That's right.
That bitch is useless, nigga. You should have left her. Should have left her. Ain't that he retarded? Nah, he should never moved her in. He should have left her.
Now, we had an agreement that we had agreed on where we could do various things that we just didn't want to know about and stuff like that, right? And because
Yeah, she was definitely an active upon in a lot of things.
you wasn't me and like that, I was handling the agreement. Like, I was following the agreement. But because there were certain things that wasn't necessarily 100% out there, that created complications in the relationship to the point that it ended up to us breaking up.
I think it's definitely like it has a place, like for certain people. Like obviously we have two people who are like very religious here, and it works well for them. And I just think like if I was in an open relationship, I would go crazy. Like even when I'm in like a normal relationship where it's like I don't expect them to cheat on me, I'm still like it's
Yeah, don't expect it's crazy.
Suspect.
yeah. So I just like if like
She knows it's happening, but she doesn't know when it's happening.
I can't imagine a world where I would agree with that. And also before I had like loved someone or like dated anybody, I was like, oh no, I could totally be in an open relationship. And then I actually did, and I was like, oh.
Are you
Never
a very
mind.
sexual person? Just curious though.
Like kind of.
Kind of.
Sure.
She's
yeah.
like, yeah.
So if your partner was
Yeah, this bitch is a whore. She's white. She's a whore.
very sexual too, and he's like, baby, like I want to be with you, but you always just shut him down because you ain't in the mood.
I don't. That's like never happened.
Oh,
I don't
well,
think.
okay, but I'm just
like I
saying,
just
like,
feel like that's like not. That's like personally for me not an issue. But also, I don't know. I think that would definitely be a
Now I see why they be going to the snow mountains. I can see why they get the snow bunnies now.
conversation if there was like an imbalance. But also, I think there's different
I see why niggas go to the snowy peaks.
things that make people compatible as partners, and that's definitely one of them.
What he's saying is the cry of many men today is that they're not getting enough sex from their partner. And not just sex, it's not like men are like, oh, I'm heartless.
that connection.
But listen,
Connection. Nigga, that's her, not you.
men need sex to create intimacy. Women need intimacy to have sex. And people get married and then fuck around. It's like, just don't get married then. And stay like this boy, dates and anniversaries.
Dates, that sounds like a waste of money.
Y'all two are my people, I swear to God.
Yeah, date is crazy. Why would you go on only ugly people go on dates.
Y'all two are my people.
Next month is his 1-year anniversary with partner number 3. Like, just, you know what I mean? Just be out there doing your dates. And does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't go on dates. The fuck is a date, nigga? I'm not dating this whore.
By the end of the day, nobody should dictate your relationship because everyone's gonna try to push what they think works for, you know, this is what's best for you. Like, I'm over it. I'm like, why? So I can be frustrated and pissed off.
Yeah, misery loves company, bro.
And like, I've tried it. To me, it did not work.
I want to take perspective because, you know, Christian, I'm going to take perspective that's
God, this nigga keep bringing up the fucking Bible, nigga. Grow up.
a little away from my biblical views. And no disrespect, but I do think polygamy is just laziness.
Not polygamy.
I think
this is polyamory.
No,
polygamy is when it's multiple wives, just one person.
Oh yeah, shout out to the Quran.
I see that as laziness, that you don't want to commit to someone in the hard times. Like you were talking about a little bit about, well, they're not getting fulfilled
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
sexually, so why not find it somewhere else? Why not just do the hard work to work on your relationship?
agree
so
with
that
Ooh,
you
I
can
was
get
ready
that
for this
pleasure?
question.
And
Oh,
I mean,
I was ready for
there's such a emotional, there's a psychological
Yeah.
just importance in being with one person.
Yeah.
I mean,
Care bond.
Nigga, he trying to fuck these hoes. Stop it.
So then
Yeah.
why do we have such a high divorce rate?
I agree with you on that.
Why do we
Financial reasons.
have such a high divorce
Why do
rate?
why are people still cheating? Why is open
Because they're not, because our country, I think, is lazy. We don't want to have these hard conversations of maybe we should go to therapy. Maybe we should try to get help
Nigga, therapy's for women, nigga. What are we talking about? Therapy's for women and pussies.
because we love one another. It's like, nah,
Or
I
even
can go
to
get
talk
this.
about it. Period.
Yeah.
Just to talk about it, right?
So me and my ex, we actually did couples therapy because again, we was barely for like 2.5 years, bro.
2.5 years you put up with that is crazy.
We went to couples therapy. Next thing you know, everything was great for like a month. And then one day she just blew up. She said, man, I still don't feel like you, this, and that. Like, she went in, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh, you should have left her a long time ago.
So at the same time, there was a point in my relationship where it really just came to the point like, baby, I love everything else about you. You know what I mean, right? This area sucks. Are you still attracted to me? She said, yes, I'm still attracted to you, right? Well, here's the thing. If you just don't want to have sex with me, right? Go f somebody dudes. I don't give a Let's have that conversation, right?
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, at that point, I might as well just end a relationship.
If I get everything else I want from you anyways, I was open to the idea. I want to be with my woman, but if you don't want to do this, I'm fine just
but
on the same
there's-
page.
I mean, I understand the importance of sex, but there's self-sacrifice in every relationship you need to make. If
He's like, yo, you gotta be on semen retention for the rest of your career, for the rest of the time you with her, never, not once.
if you're happy with her and everything she had,
It's like if she emotionally fulfills you, your physical needs are not necessary. Fuck out of here, nigga. Miss me with the bullshit.
but you also have a value on sex, then maybe she's not the right person.
But the thing was, did I want to go look for greener grass or did I just want to water my own grass? I just stuck it out for 5 years, bro.
That's
5 years is crazy. I can't do that.
another aspect of being like romantically compatible with someone, and sometimes there's like one thing that's not there, and
That situation, he talking about, I couldn't do that. Hell no.
that sucks. But it's like especially if that other person, that's something that they prioritize. Like personally, if my partner was like, oh, like I love like everything about you, but like this is not compatible, and they wanted to go sleep with other people, like that would make me feel so bad about myself.
And that's why
Like,
you do what works for you.
That's what you do.
I'm just saying like that's like a compatibility issue then, I think, because I'm not your ex-girlfriend, I don't know how she feels, but if I were in that scenario, I just like that just would make me so sad, even though it's like it's not your fault that there's that imbalance.
The comments gonna talk so much shit.
Yeah, they-
right.
They're gonna be like, he's a
The day
slut,
I
he's
broke up
awful.
with my girl, bro, she told me like I won't say everything. The day I broke with my girl, she said, man, she's like, I just be counting down the days. Like we had sex in like 12 days. I gotta go have sex with y'all. Otherwise, Ashley gonna get mad. You know what I mean, right? And
Counting down the days sound crazy. That sounds crazy. Why you counting on the days for? That's wild.
hearing all this and shit, right? You know what I mean? So she said a bunch, and I felt like I had to break up with her, right?
Yeah, no, that's
did not want to. I felt like I had to.
Yeah, that would definitely take a toll on you.
I think all this goes back to clear communication because if I don't think that cheating means that polyamory would actually be the solution to that. I think that it goes back to your values and what works for you. And I think that I would maybe venture to say that more people might be poly than are exploring that right now. And still at the same time, monogamy I think works for a lot of people. So it's all what works for you.
I would date someone in this room. 3,
Date is crazy, but
2,
sure.
1.
Someone is crazy, but
Right? I don't know these people.
what does that got to do with anything, nigga? You don't know the bitch you was with for 5 years before that, and then you got with her. What the fuck does that? Yeah, bro, that's what the bullshit.
Surprised he was over here. I'm like, what are you doing? I know, he's already said.
I'm a real nigga. I be on disagree. Keep it a bean.
What are you doing?
The energy is cool.
You just have to have a pulse, and we'll go out with you.
That's disrespectful as fuck.
That's not how that is.
I mean, it is true, but that's disrespectful.
Perfect example, right?
True for him.
Like Janelle, she got good energy, right? Now imagine Janelle might be the coolest
Who the fuck is Janelle?
person. Next thing you know, you start getting to know her, she might be crazy. You be like, then you come over here all of a sudden.
Generally, the few people I've been attracted to, they look like Tim Burton dolls or just like weird goth
Tim Burton? That sounds fire.
people. Yeah, just like weird goth people. So like, it's just coincidence. It's very rare that I see these people. So it's not a personal thing.
Sir?
My girlfriend would kill me, and
Respect.
Yeah, he has a girlfriend. Bro, you have a girlfriend you showed up here, bruh.
I like to think I'm pretty picky, so.
But am I not your type though?
I'm gonna put a no homo on that, bro. Yeah, no.
You got me feeling some type of way now that you say it. I don't know.
So you my good side?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, for me, beliefs are extremely important.
Nigga, they both believe in the church and all that bullshit. Of course they gonna be one another.
She's blushing.
I mean, I ain't trying to get all flirty, but you are also very gorgeous.
Please send us a wedding invitation.
But no, beliefs are very important within relationships. I think I look into, obviously I have a desire to be a husband and one day be a father, and I think if you have difference in beliefs, it's very hard to raise coherently.
Absolutely.
I think that just is extremely important.
Oh wait, yeah, like, comment, and subscribe.
Hi, good job. That was so fun. Thank you. You're so fun. You're so sweet.
Like a good game line.
You're an amazing man.
Thank you.
Oh, amazing. I guess correct.
Bye.
Friends before.
You're hilarious as hell.
Wow, she was dressed like Betty Boop the whole time, right?